guys, it's Amy from Now Polish Baby 90 and welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with Empties. I didn't actually do Empties in October. I just kind of do it when the bag gets full, and I got to one of those phases where I was like, not enough to film, not enough to film, not enough to film, and then all of a sudden so much went in there. I do have Austin in the room with me today, so if you do hear any childhood toddler screams, that is what he's doing, but currently he's watching Zootropolis. So let's look at some Empties. We'll do big ones that are on the top first of all. We have the Silfrekin hairspray. This is the yellow medium hold. This tends to be the posher brand of choice from me and my husband. However, we do just sometimes pick up the supermarket's own brand. So if you have the money, go for Silfrekin, which are a really great hairspray, and I like the smell. More hair items, we have the Dazzling Shine conditioner from Herbal Essences. And I liked this. I did repurchase it because it was still on sale when I went to get some more conditioner. I'm on the fence. I do feel that my current hair care routine is not stopping my hair from becoming greasy. I feel like my hair is getting very greasy very quickly these days again, which I did get rid of for a while. You'll be happy to know I use a deodorant. This is the Dove Invisible Dry Moisturising Cream 24-hour deodorant. I like this one because it doesn't leave white marks on dark clothing. Favourite dry shampoo of life is the Batiste with a hint of Divine Dark. This is like normal dry shampoo, but it does spray out with a slight tint to it, which is really great, especially on darker hair, because it means I don't get that white cast. If you do use dry shampoo and you have dark hair, I would highly recommend, and there are other shades. This is the darkest, it's like a mid brown and a light brown too. Okay, the other large item, then we're back onto reasonable size things. This is a candle, and this is a huge fail. This is the pomegranate and pineapple candle by who are you by? Where do you come from? I don't know where you came from. I got this for Christmas last year and it just has no scent throw, none whatsoever. If I get right up in there, it smells a little pineapple-y, but it just has nothing. And I kind of was burning it for the sake of burning it, but what's the point in burning a candle if you're not getting any scent from it? So we're getting rid of this. There is just no order to this today. Then we have a toothpaste. This is the Colgate. Oh, actually I have two toothpastes. We can do that in an order. We have the Colgate Max Whitening Max White, yeah. This is my whitening toothpaste of choice from the supermarket. I like it, although I will say that it is a little messy. Don't know if you can see around the ends there. Those blue dots do get everywhere in my sink, which is a little annoying, but that's the one I choose of choice from the drugstore. I finished up my Carbon Cocoa Spearmint toothpaste. If you haven't seen my tooth whitening review from Carbon Cocoa, I will link that down below for you. This was amazing. It is, I don't know if there's any left at all, a black toothpaste that when you start brushing your teeth, it turns white into a white foam, and it's just amazing. Smells great, tastes great, and it does whiten your teeth. I would say this whitens my teeth more than that Colgate one. So yeah, really highly recommend this brand. And like I say, the review video for the 2-week teeth whitening course, it will be down below for you. I used a face wash. This has been one that's been on the go for what feels like 3 years. This is the Tea Tree Clearing Foam Cleanser from the Body Shop. Now my husband and I use this kind of in coordination. It is a really nice product. However, when I first got it, I was using it every single time and it just really dried out my skin. So then I started using this maybe once a week. My husband was using it kind of once or twice a week, and that's how we got rid of it. Would I repurchase? Probably not, just because I have other tea tree items that I would use. Say if I had a breakout, I have some other tea tree items that I would use rather than the face wash, because normally I find that I need target treatment for spots rather than an all over thing. But if you have skin that's very spot prone skin, I would recommend it, and I've just thrown it. Some items from Bath and Body Works. The first one is the Japanese Cherry Blossom Shower Gel. This is just one of their mini sizes. I loved this. I loved all 3 scents that I picked up from in these minis, and you're probably seeing the last one next time. I love them all. This is very cherry, very floral, very nice. Loved it. And then I have the Moonlit Path Fragrance Mist. So I've been using this since start of June, and it probably ran out middle of October. So it lasted me, what's that? 3.5, 4 months, which I don't think is too bad. I think when I had a big one, it lasted me about a year. So 3 small ones, probably that works out okay. I started off really liking Moonlit Path, but it is quite musky, and by the end I felt that I didn't really like it as much, so I wouldn't repurchase this fragrance mist in this scent. However, I do have the body scrub in this flavour, and I do like it a lot more in that makeup. I don't know. I have another shower gel. This is the Dove Deeply Nourishing Body Wash. I don't like these. I find that they're like a shower cream, so it doesn't really lather, and it almost leaves my skin feeling kind of like greasy afterwards, and I really have to thoroughly wash this off. So for me, I would not repurchase this. We'll do Lush next, and then skincare and makeup. So first thing I have, should we do the pots first? I have a Charity Pot. Charity Pot is a hand and body lotion, and what it does is it sponsors charities that maybe don't get a lot of love. So a percentage of the proceeds from each charity pot sold will go to the charity on the lid. So my one was the Palestinian Animal League, so it protects animals that are occupied in Palestine, which I think is a really great thing, because although the people of these war-torn places do need to be looked after, I think the animals get forgotten a lot. So I think this is a really nice charity to support. This is just got, I think it's kind of like Soap and Glory's The Righteous Butter, where everyone goes, oh, it smells like The Righteous Butter. People will say to you, it smells like Lush's Charity Pot. Like, this is a scent people compare other things to. It's quite floral, it's quite earthy. It's got ylang ylang in the geranium, rosewood, vanilla, aloe vera. So it is very hydrating. I would say that if I was to buy this again, I would use it only as a hand cream, because for a body cream, it was quite greasy. It did absorb into your skin, but it took a long time, and I don't like the feeling of having something on my legs. So for that reason, I possibly wouldn't purchase Charity Pot as a body cream, but I would as a hand cream. The other last one I finished last night, which is Rub Rub Rub, which is a shower scrub. So this is, I don't know if I washed it all out. It is a blue, bright blue shower scrub with lots of salt in there, and it smells like oranges. I love this. This has been a long time repurchase of mine. Just please note that now Rub 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 only comes in tub form. They did discontinue the bar form, but yeah, I will continue to repurchase this. I love it. I have one toner water. This is the Breath of Fresh Air, and this says the sea breeze captured in a bottle, a refreshing spray to tide you over, great for any time throughout the day, so pick me up. I like this one. Out of this and Roma water, I don't think I have a preference. I did enjoy just both of them kind of the same. Breath of Fresh Air has no scent really, whereas Roma water has a rosy scent. So kind of go for your preference. I need to pick myself up another one of these because I don't have one at the moment. But yeah, highly recommend and would repurchase. Some items in packets. The first one was the Yuzu and Cocoa Bubble Rune. This has been discontinued, I believe, now. If you haven't watched my last Lush video that I put up was about products that were getting discontinued, so I will try and remember to link that down below, because I talk a bit more about Rub 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 and some of these other things. Yuzu and Cocoa is meant to smell like chocolate orange. I can never really smell that. I smell like an oranginess. But what's another flavour in here that I get? So there's avocado butter in here as well, and there's agave syrup and avocado and banana. So I don't know if that's what the notes that I'm getting are, more than like an orangey scent. I really like the bubble runes. They're a hybrid in between like an oil and a bubble bar. So I can't use them really to wash my hair in because my hair can't have oil near. But the only bubble rune that's left, I believe, in circulation now is the rose jam one. But if you can ever get your chance to get Yuzu and Cocoa, I would recommend it. We then have Metamorphosis bath bomb. This is the one that is grey on the outside and then other colours on the inside. I was led to believe it was like a multicolour inside, but actually it's just yellow and pink inside, which was fine. It just wasn't as much of a colour show as what I was expecting. This was quite like a manly scent, if you want to say. It was like kind of like peppery and earthy. I liked it, but I have other earthy scents from Lush that I prefer more, and this is quite expensive and you're really just paying for the colour show, so for that reason I wouldn't repurchase. And one of the other new ones they came out with was Rocket Science. I loved Rocket Science. It was the blue rocket, and when you pop it in, there is popping candy that kind of propels it through the water. It's really good, really fun. I think it'll be great for kids, and it wasn't that expensive considering it is quite a large bubble bar, bath bomb. So I would definitely repurchase this. I don't know how often I would repurchase it, but it would be something that I would repurchase. The last items are all skincare and makeup with one perfume. This is the Hugo Boss Orange perfume. This is similar to the Bath and Body Works spray. I started off loving this, and by the end I was kind of like, Yeah, I did like it. Seeing as it's got like orange in the title, it doesn't smell particularly of orange. I like this. I possibly wouldn't repurchase it because it was quite expensive. I have other perfumes that I prefer, but definitely worth a sniff if you're in the market for a new perfume. A few more skincare items. We have the Cowshed Invigorating Body Lotion. This was just a sample. I did actually really like this. It smells very lemony, which I did appreciate. And I got maybe one use out of that. I don't know. I did like that though. I don't know how much Cowshed retails for, but I would possibly pick it up if I saw it. At the Lancome Energy de Vie, I think this is meant to be used as a serum. This is what I used it as. It is very, 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 very liquidy. So a little of this goes a long way. I don't think I would ever repurchase it. I prefer a thicker serum. Trusty favourite, the St. Ives Blemish Control Apricot Scrub. I have repurchased it. I'm probably almost out of my repurchase. This is the best facial scrub ever. A lot of people will tell you that and I'm concurring. It's awesome. Let's finish off with makeup. The first two items, one of them is pretty much empty, but the other one, a toddler attacked it. So this is the Rimmel Clear Complexion Powder. You're probably going to think I could do something with this, but the pan is not very deep, and I think even if I just take the lid off, it's going to become a huge mess. Normally when I'm getting ready, Austin will hold on to like a tube or something of mascara and kind of watch me get my makeup done. And this time he grabbed this, and when I saw he had it, I was like, oh no, 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 can I have it please? And he just dropped it and cracked everywhere. So now I don't have a facial clarifying setting powder in a hard pan. I didn't even really use this as much, so I can't even really tell you much about it. So that was a really bad review. One mascara, this is the Bad Gal Lash from Benefit. I got this in a Birchbox or a sample a really long time ago. Did not like this at all. I can see why no one talks about this mascara. Everyone just talks about their Real and about Roller Lash. The brush I did not like. I thought it was too big and bulky, and I'm not a huge fan of like the bristly brushes. It flaked on me. It didn't really do anything. I would say if this was like maybe like £2 or £3, I would say yeah, go on, repurchase. But for like 15, 16, 17 pounds, it is way overpriced of what it does, so no. The other item that Austin did drop, but I was pretty much finished with, is the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in dark brown. Yes. The only thing with this, I think I can probably show you. Well, can I? So I used up this entire pan, and there's just a little bit left before Austin dropped it, but I don't, for the sake of this little chunk here, I think I'm going to give this a pass. Oh my god, look how dirty I am. So this is my favourite Holy Grail eyebrow product. I have got it in my eyebrows today. I can, however, only use the darker shade because I find the other shade too warm for my eyebrow tone. I love this. It's a great powder. You just blend it in. It blends in beautifully. I love it. This is like, until I didn't have a good eyebrow product until I got this, and I have already repurchased. I had a backup on the go and ready to go anyway, so we can pass this one along now. And the last item is one of my favourite primers ever, and this is the Maybelline Superstay Primer. I really like this. It's kind of a hybrid in between a moisturiser and a primer. I love this. One pump was like the perfect amount. I don't actually have a backup of this, and I really need to get one because the other primers that I've got on the go at the moment, I don't really care for, and we'll talk about that if I ever manage to empty them. But this is a great drugstore primer. Definitely pick it up if you haven't already. That is it. That is Empties for probably October and start of November. Let me know down below what you've been using up. I will try and link those videos down below for you if you're interested, and I will see you soon.